Hello, welcome to Corks and Cauldron. We're two friends uncork a bottle, cast a few spells, and dive deep into fantasy books and theories. I'm Gabby.
Jen, quick disclaimer, this is an adult podcast about adult books. So expect some spicy language, spicy spoilers, and spicy content. And there is spicy content today.
Big ol' L in the spicy content today, but
Oh,
yes. So let's pour a drink, grab a snack, and get started. We are recapping Glow. This is chapters 47 through, nope, this is 57 through the epilogue. This is
yes.
the end of the book. We have made it through Glow.
Yay.
Jen, what snack did you make for us to celebrate Glow?
So a lot goes on in the last part of this book, and
Yeah,
it's very exciting.
yeah.
And our dessert today is called Golden Rage. It is a salted caramel lava mug cake.
It sounds so good.
And it's great because you make it in a mug and you microwave it.
It's a Gabby meal.
It is. So it's gonna have, your basic cake stuff, flour, brown sugar. This calls for cocoa powder if you want it, but you don't have to have it. So it can either be a chocolate cake or a vanilla cake.
Alright.
So it's up to you. And then baking powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of milk, and some vegetable oil. And it says salted caramel, homemade or store bought.
Isn't it super easy? Isn't it just, like, condensed milk and, like, you throw it in a crock pot or something?
Apparently, that's a thing that you can do. You fill up, you get
Mm,
sweetened condensed milk, and then you fill it up to, but not over the can. And then you cook it for I don't know how long. And then it's caramel.
sure.
It's supposed to be really good and really creamy and buttery. I've never actually done it.
Why would you do that when you can just go down the ice cream aisle and buy salted caramel sauce?
And I don't even like salted caramel, so I just use regular caramel for
Ah,
this. I just don't like it. Okay. Anyway, so you can also in the cake mix toss in like a dash of vanilla or cinnamon or a little bit of cayenne if you want a little kick, especially if you're
interesting.
doing the chocolate cake. It's
Yeah,
really good with that. So you're gonna take everything up to the caramel and mix it together in a mug, and then you're gonna take like a dollop. This says a tablespoon. It's gonna be the middle part, and it's the lava. So whatever size you want of caramel, just be aware of the size of your coffee mug.
yeah,
Because just so you know, guys, if you use too small of a coffee mug, this is gonna go out and into your microwave and get everywhere. So you mix all that together in a mug. You stir everything together until it's smooth, and then you drop the caramel into the center and kind of press it down. Don't mix the caramel. The caramel is the lava.
spoilers.
So then you microwave it for about a minute to 50 seconds up to 90, depending on how big your cup is and
Sure.
how well it cooks. And then let it cool, guys. This I cannot express this enough. Caramel is going to be scalding freaking hot.
Yeah, it's
So
lava,
let it
so
cool,
yeah.
and then you eat it.
I love that.
And it's super easy. You can put powdered sugar on top, get a scoop of vanilla, or just eat it with no extras, and it's delicious.
I don't think I have any of these ingredients just chilling in my cupboards.
You might have butter or vegetable oil.
That I do have,
See, you're
and
like,
salt. We have fake salt, but yeah, we have salt.
you have 2 items. There you go. But it's really good. It's really sweet. And when you're having a rough day and you just need that little sweet treat and you don't wanna share, this is it right here.
Sounds
So
really good.
it's really good. What are we drinking?
We are drinking Rip the Veil. I bet you can't guess why.
'Cause Ravenger's in this set of chapters?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say Hojat, and I was gonna be like, "Has nothing to do with Hojat."
I don't think he's in these.
No, he's not in the set.
Nope.
Anyway, Rip the Veil. It's a gin-based drink, and I like my gin. It calls for 1908 indigo gin, which is
Uh-huh.
naturally purple, some elderflower liqueur, half an ounce of fresh lemon juice, half an ounce of lavender simple syrup. I probably wouldn't do that because I'm not making lavender simple syrup, but whatever. Yeah. Shake it with ice, strain it into a glass, add a shimmer, stir and whisper, and drink.
Alright.
And just, yeah,
I
it just
don't
sounded really good. I really wanted a gin drink.
Yeah.
I just didn't have time to go out and get it.
I am not a huge lavender in my cocktails person,
Yeah.
but I would do simple syrup.
Well, it's only half an ounce, so I'm wondering, like, if it
You
would
say
even
it's
be
not still gonna taste like soap to me.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I bet you could get by with even just simple syrup, just give it a
Mhm.
little bit of that sweetness, but the elderflower liqueur is also very sweet, so
Okay.
if you're not doing the lavender, you might as well just skip the simple syrup.
Fair.
I would maybe cut it with a little bit more lemon juice then to kinda tone down that sweetness. Yeah.
It sounds good. I would drink it.
Alright, well, let's dive into this. We have, what, 10 chapters to get through?
Yeah, I think
Something
so.
like that?
Uh,
Chapter 57. Jen has a lot of feelings about this chapter.
okay, first off, I want to just say this is a super hot chapter. If you remember,
Yes.
right at the end of our last episode, Slade was teasing Orin,
Mhm. It
like
was a lot of foreplay. Yeah.
hardcore
Yeah.
foreplay teasing Orin. And this chapter starts off with, picking up from where he left off, edging her for
Yeah.
three-fourths of the chapter. But I this chapter is a huge L for Slade for me.
I agree.
Huge L. Because even though it's super hot sex,
Yeah.
do not get me wrong,
It was fun to read, but at
it's
the
fun to
like,
read,
in the back of your head, you're kinda like, "Mm,"
but the whole reason that he gets her all hot and bothered and sexed out and 3 orgasmed through is just so he can knock her out, so she'll
without
fall
drugging
asleep
her. Yeah.
and not talk to him about the royal conflux and give him a chance to decline it without her being there.
That's so shitty.
And
That's
that's the big L for me, is he took her choice away
I
when it
agree.
came just to
To
the
the
decision
conflicts. Yeah.
conflict.
Yeah.
And didn't explain why. That's my biggest problem, is everybody keeps going, "Oh, no, you're not going," but they're not saying, "You're not going because it's a trick.
Right.
It's not
It's
what Manu is
very
telling you
clearly
it's
a
going to be."
trick. Yeah.
And instead of telling her the truth, they just, pat her on the head and tell her to sit down and go play
Her
her
harp.
harp and look pretty, basically, and
I
I didn't appreciate
agree. I agree. I get where you're coming from. It's a little bit different than, like, what Midas would have done.
well, yeah, because you wouldn't have used sex for it or definitely wouldn't have given her 3 orgasms.
There's that. I also don't think that Midas would have done it to protect her. Like, he would have figured out a way to use her instead of trying to, like, keep her sequestered. You know what I mean?
He would have just locked her up because he wasn't gonna share her.
Well, I mean, that's what he did for the first 2 books of the
Well, yeah.
series.
See, so it stands to reason. He's just gonna continue that.
Yeah, I don't know where, like, this personality twist came from with Slade. I don't get it. Like,
I
it
don't I
doesn't
don't I
it
didn't
d
get it either. And he really beats himself up later about this, guys, just so you
which
know, which
good.
good,
He needs to. Yeah. But, like,
but
it seems so out of character, and honestly, not explaining the conflicts and, like, why it's a bad idea, that also does not seem very
mm,
Slade-like.
no. But so this chapter, though, it really does start off with Orin basically pulling him out of his pants
Yep.
and just playing with him until he starts messing up her dress, and then he edges her. Seriously, guys?
Over and
Like,
over
over
and
and over
over.
again. He teases her, and just when she's about to finish, he stops, and she comes unhinged.
She goes feral.
She is like,
Yeah.
"Let me come,"
Yeah. She's pissed.
like, almost crying,
Yeah.
and I get that. Like, I'm serious, guys, if you have ever been edged
And edged and
and
edged
then
and edged.
not gotten to completion,
Mhm.
you understand exactly what Oren's going through for the
And the
first
want
three-fourths of this.
to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the anger that you're feeling, seriously, it's a real thing, but the sex is really hot, and we're not gonna give a whole lot we don't usually talk a whole lot about the actual sex, guys,
You're all
just
adults, you know
because
what it's like. Yeah.
you know what sex is, and if you want to read it, great. We're not gonna ruin that for you
Correct.
because we are not gonna explain it nearly as well as these scenes are written.
No.
Just go read it, guys.
Yeah.
It's
I do wanna say there is a line in here that I really enjoyed. The line is, "If you don't give me what I want, I'm going to knee you in the balls so hard, all that cum that you want to paint on my body will be choked up for a week." That is just an iconic statement. I
and
love that.
a normal man
Would be
would be
terrified.
terrified of this. And he just kinda grins at her when she says it,
Mhm.
which is just
Infuriating. Yeah.
it is.
Yep.
But this is Orin, she's trying to take control of her body and wanting to be in control of the sex, and what Slade does with her and ends up giving up control, but it's by choice,
Yeah.
which is kinda powerful too.
Yeah. There's a strength in letting go,
Mhm.
right? So, yeah.
And
But
and then
that's
then he knocks her out, she has 3 orgasms, and she's so tired that she starts to fall asleep, he lays her in bed, cleans her up,
mhm. And
and
she
does her
passes out.
aftercare
Yeah,
and lets her take a nappy.
yeah. So when we say that he knocks her out, we don't mean like she was drugged or like he hit her over the head or anything.
No, this
She
starts
is
just
sexed out.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's in, like, that bliss
Yep.
where you just take a nap.
Yep. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that. Anyway. Anyway, chapter 58. We're still in Oren's POV.
Mhm.
And she's in that, like, well-rested, well-orgasmed post-haze, where
Post-coital haze.
yeah, you're just, like, languid, like, your body is just liquidy and not heavy, but you're just in a good mood,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
and she wakes up and she's like, "Oh, wow, that was a nice nap. I must have only been out for a little bit.
Yeah, just a few minutes.
I should get changed because my dress is completely ruined.
Emphasis on
I need
come.
to clean this up." Thank
Completely ruined.
God Slade doesn't have actual house cleaners come in here or maids,
Right, right.
because I would be embarrassed. So Orin gets up, she gets dressed, she realizes he's not there, and he probably let her sleep longer than she should have.
Mhm.
So she's feeling a little petty.
Good for her.
She has been practicing her gold work around the bedroom, and she grabs some of that gold because the sun has gone down and decides to be super petty and go into his closet. And she gilds his favorite shirt
I love this about her. She's
and
so fucking
his
petty.
favorite pair of pants, not her favorite that hugs his ass,
No, his
his
favorite.
favorite,
Yeah.
and some weapons, I think,
I thought maybe his
and a
boots.
jacket,
Yeah,
boots. He
yeah.
basically has an entire Midas outfit now. So for Halloween, he can dress up.
As Midas, that's amazing. I didn't even, like, think about that.
She grabs some leggings and a t-shirt, which is like she said, "I should have been wearing this the whole time," and the whole time she's blaming his cock.
Yep, whole time. Yeah, she is cursing it, I mean,
I mean, she's
and
not mad about it,
appreciating
but
yeah. If
at the same
Oren if Oren was around today, she would 100% be a Taylor Swift girly. Like, as petty as she is and as
yeah.
like, she'd be a Taylor Swift girly, no questions.
But she finally gets down to the dining room so that she can join them in the dinner, only to find out dinner ended an hour ago.
She missed everything.
And Slade has already given Manu his nope, thanks, but no.
Do we know that for sure, or is it
Yes.
just alluded to? Like, we
I
as
think he
readers
says
can
it.
assume.
He says it in a later chapter
Okay.
that he's given his thanks, but no thanks.
Mhm.
And so she's like, "Well, shit." So she's like, "Can I talk to Slade? Where is he at?" And the poor guy that she's talking to, I feel bad for him because
He's just bearing all sorts of bad news.
he's like, "Yeah, he's out at the army camp right now."
You're not going there.
And she's like, "What about Manu?" Which that's not what she calls him, but and he's like, "Oh, he decided to leave."
Well, he got a fuck no, so,
So she's like, "Oh,
yeah.
well, shit." So she decides to just go outside and go
She
to the
wanted to
garden.
she wanted to decompress. She wanted to, like she knows she's angry. She already gilded all of his clothes.
Mhm.
She just wanted to just decompress for a minute.
So that she doesn't go kill Slay. It's
Correct.
fine.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so
She
then she
runs into Rissa out there.
does, she runs into Rissa.
Yep, and it's a really I don't wanna say sweet girl talk moment, but, like, they bond, right? And, like, Rissa is, like, showing more of her feelings than she ever has before.
Yeah, and they kinda chat about how Rissa's been absent, and Rissa's like, "Ha, I have been enjoying my bed."
I'm not traveling with an army anymore, I have a soft bed, like,
And her own bathroom.
she had well, because even when she was with Midas, she was sharing everything with Saddles.
Mhm.
She's never had her own space.
Yeah,
So,
so
yeah,
she's been enjoying it, but then they kinda talk about how the men are always over at the army base,
the menfolk.
and Orin thinks it's cute because she knows that Rissa's hot for Osric.
Rissa will never admit it.
Why would she admit that? No.
Right. Yeah.
It's so much more fun to pretend she's not. So they're having their sweet moment where, Rissa grabs her hand and squeezes it. And then she's like, no,
Nope. Don't
this is not a moment. Do not read more into this.
don't read into this at all. Just
Yeah,
let it
just
happen,
let it happen. And then they hear a sound and
and then
turn
they're
around.
attacked.
Yeah, they hear their guard going down.
Yep. He has his throat slashed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Orn and Rissa are attacked by some dude dressed in a robe that's white. Yeah. And Manu
and Manu. So Manu hired someone
from Second Kingdom.
from Second Kingdom.
And before Orin can attack, which honestly, all she has that's gold on her is that little bracelet. And that's basically enough gold to make a little toothpick
Needle.
that's
Yeah.
super sharp. And
Yeah.
that's it. So she realizes this will come in later books, but she learns from this mistake to make more gold stuff
Always
to
have on
wear
her.
so that she always has it on her.
Yep.
You will see that in Goldfinch later.
Do we see it at all in gold? I feel like we do a little bit
A
maybe.
little bit, but not
Yeah.
nearly as much as you will in Goldfinch.
Well, some of us haven't got that far, okay?
I've been listening to the Audible for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chapter 7, right? That's the one I have to watch out for?
you do. But Orin tries to use her little bit of gold, and they cover her mouth with some cloth that smells funny.
We would call it why can't I think of it? Chloroform.
Chloroform.
Yeah.
Thank you, because I was sitting there
Like
letting you do it because I could not.
like, I was like, "It's not cyanide."
And as she's starting to try to pass out and they're gonna take her,
The menfolk are talking about what to do with Rissa.
and Manu's like, "Just leave her.
Yeah, let her
Let's just go."
she's just a saddle, let her go.
Yeah, and the guy from 2 goes, "No, no witnesses."
No loose ends,
And that rat bastard,
because that's what he is. He
he
is
stabs her
right through the chest.
and leaves her.
Just leaves her just he does leave his knife, which is a good thing we learn later.
Yes.
But also, if you don't want any loose ends, would you not take the weapon with you?
And also, if you've ever seen Zombieland, double tap. Make sure she's dead 100%. Don't just do the little stabby stab and
And
assume it's
call it
fine.
good. Yeah.
Chop her head off, slit her throat. I should not be encouraging this, but, and Orin has to watch her get stabbed, which has got to be triggering for her because Sale,
Hmm.
Digby.
Yep.
Digby is not dead, but
But Digby got his
he
ass
watched
kicked.
Digby get his
Yeah.
ass kicked and had already seen how bad he was already what kind of shape he was in, and all she keeps thinking is, "Slade's gonna find me. He'll
Yeah.
be here."
She's holding on to that Slade hope, which we talked about a little bit maybe a few episodes ago
Mhm.
about how Slade let her down. It would have
Mhm.
had to have been a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
They worked through that, and so in her defense, she's like, "We literally just had to talk about this. There's
Yeah.
no way he's not gonna."
But this is where that big L for Slade comes into play because had he not done what he did and then left,
Yeah. And, like, no
Warren would
note,
not have been set in the same
nothing.
position.
Yeah.
He never warned the guards that something could happen. He just assumed because he said no, Manu would take it and leave.
Well, he is the big, bad, scary King Ravenger.
Yeah, but people suck sometimes.
Clearly. Clearly.
And Manu really sucks right now.
Which
I'm
sucks
really
so
mad about
hard
this.
because I wanted to like Manu so much. And then when he like throws in some line about like how it's nothing personal.
Yeah, it's nothing personal, sweetie.
Doll. I think he calls her
Doll.
doll. Yeah. It's just yeah.
And then they disappear.
This chapter was just a gut punch. We saw Orin and Rissa reconnecting, and so like the first
Mhm.
time reading through, you're like, oh my god, the girls are getting back together. Everything's kind of like, yeah, she's mad at Rip, but like who hasn't been mad at their significant other and just moved on, right? Like, you worked
Exactly.
through it. Uh, I just like and then to end like that, I remember reading this for the first time and just being like, "Holy shit, what just happened?
Yes. I was the same. I was like, "The fuck?"
What?" See, this is like, I hated that you hadn't read this book when I was reading it because I couldn't message you and be like, "Did you see what happened to Rissa?"
But you liked my text when I was reading all these when I did.
I did,
So
yeah. Um,
so
but
after
yeah,
chapter 58 and all the, oh my god, that happens in it,
we finally get a Slade POV.
we go to Slade.
Slade is, knee deep in shit. Like, literally, he's hanging out with the
Yeah.
army camp and is just knee deep in shit because boys are gross.
Boys are gross. And there is a very large population of army men in a normally small populated army base,
Yeah,
so it cannot handle the shit, literally.
literally. Like, and it's not just men. We know that 4th Army has men and women on pretty equal terms,
Right.
so
But there's food shortages, there's not enough housing, the latrines had backed up, so they had to make new ones
yep. I
or
love that.
extra ones, so thanks for
Raven.
that.
Yeah. Thanks, Raven. Appreciate that
Everything
visual.
starts to kinda calm down. It's Slade and Riot and
Osric?
Osric. because Lou is in Sixth Kingdom right now, if you guys don't remember, and Judd has been making a deal in First Kingdom, and they actually just found out that the king just went, "Okay,
Yeah.
sounds great."
We'll work with you. Yeah.
And then shit hits the fan, literally.
Literally. But before that, we got a little ahead of ourselves. No, it happens. I mean, that was a quick recap of the chapter. Slade, and I give this credit to
Yes.
100%. Slade hands over his commandership, is what I'm gonna call it, to Riot.
Mhm.
Riot is now gonna be the commander of the Fourth Kingdom.
And not as fake Rip anymore, guys.
No, it's
It's gonna be Riot.
Riot is the commander as Riot. I love how in this like, even the Wrath and even Riot call his costume for Rip fake Rip. Yeah, I love that, like, I don't know if Raven was just in, like, some delusional sleep-deprived state when she came up with fake Rip and it just stuck, but I love it.
I liked it. I
Yeah,
it was clear
yeah,
and it made
exactly.
perfect sense.
And I like that it was a proper noun or, like, a proper name. When
Yes.
she said it, it was always capital F, fake, capital R, rip.
Yes.
But, yeah, it has 100% deserved this
For
promotion forever. Yeah. It's long overdue. It's finally showing us as readers and Riot that Rip trusts him.
Mhm.
And that he knows, like, because Riot's always the one being like, "You need to do this for the army. The army's morale is low. They need X, Y, and Z," and just constantly advocating for the army. He was already doing the commander work,
Mhm.
so this is just getting a title.
And
Yeah,
I'm so happy for him,
I am too.
and we get to celebrate that for about 4 seconds.
Yes. Literally, like, we get this news, and then, like, the next sentence, it's like, "Oh, just kidding.
Oh, by the way,
Your cave collapsed."
here's a note that one of your caves collapsed, and it's one of the oil mines. So
Mhm.
I think that the guy from Second Kingdom caused this.
Like, "Yeah, we'll take your deal and make it so you can't hold up your end, and then we're not the bad guys. You're the bad guys."
Well, it's more like, "Oh, since you said no to us, we're stealing your girl. And you know what? Let's just cripple you financially."
Yeah, what do you need
Just a
finances
little bit.
for? NBD, but there's no deaths in that,
No.
which kinda makes it seem like an inside job a little bit.
I mean, if you're working in the mines and you're not making much, but you think that
I don't know, it sounds like they take really good
Ravager
care of their
is
like
I know, but there's still that one person that no matter what is always
yeah,
gonna not be happy. You could give them everything perfect, and they'll be like, "I really wanted this to be more fizzy, not less fizzy."
you don't have to call me out so loudly and so
Oh,
publicly.
okay. I wasn't directing that at you, but there is I mean, seriously, there's that one
Yeah,
person.
there's always one person who is just
No matter what you do, they're just not happy with whatever it is. It could be completely perfect, and they'll find something.
yeah, it's the wrong shade of green, or
Or there are thorns on the edge of my rose.
how dare you. Anyway
So, the oil line collapsed, so First Kingdom's food deal might just be going up in flames,
oh, and also here
and
comes
another
this
guard.
messenger,
Yeah,
like, comes to like, on a horse, so he's racing down, comes to a screeching halt, jumps off before the horse is completely stopped, and, like, hands over a letter and is like, "Hey, FYI, shit's going on up in the
yeah,
castle. This has been stabbed," and Osric loses his mind. He steals the
yeah,
horse and goes racing up to the castle.
and yeah, I think this is the first time that Slade and Riot have seen just how much Osric cares for Rissa,
Farissa, yes.
so
For I'm gonna say it's the first time that they've seen Osric care for anyone outside of the
outside of the
Wrath.
Wrath.
Yeah,
I support that.
to that level. I mean, he obviously cares about his soldiers and the army, and, like, he's still a good general, I think is his title.
Yes.
But, like, I don't think they've ever seen him romantically involved with anyone, and, like, they know that he will kill for his friends and family, but they know who his friends and family are, and so to see it on the outside is just like, "What?"
What is happening? And they get there, and there's blood, like, everywhere.
Mhm. Well, because, I mean, a throat wound, even if it was a gut shot, I really don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was his throat.
Well, that's gonna spray blood all over.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so there's blood everywhere, and there are multiple menders here,
Mhm.
including Hojat, so he does actually show up in this
Yep, we did lie.
set,
So sorry.
and they're like his regents are there too. are
Keg's
also
family.
there.
Yeah,
Keg's family is there, and they're like, "Well, the running theory right now is that the guard was jealous, so
and it
this
was a
is a
murder-suicide.
murder-suicide,"
Yeah,
and she is just barely ho while Slade's sitting there going, "How the fuck am I gonna explain this to Oren?" Because he thinks she's still sleeping, guys.
yeah, and he knows that Rissa and Oren were
Starting kind of close,
friendly. Yeah, they were at least friendly, and he knows that Oren considers Rissa more of a friend than maybe Rissa considers Oren, but
mhm,
he still wanted to foster that
and
friendship.
Hojat's like, no, she's alive, guys.
Well, 'cause
Barely."
Osric is, like, sobbing over her.
Yeah,
Like, he is completely out of character for him, sobbing over Rissa, and Hojat's like, "Relax, my dude. She's still kicking." He did not say it
barely.
like that. He did not. He was
He's like, "I'm just waiting to get"
a
they were gonna
stretcher.
stretch her and take her, and Osric's like, "I will carry her." And, I mean, his hands are huge enough, he could probably do it.
But Hojat's like, "Okay, but if you jostle her even a little bit, that knife is, like,
Yeah, you're
a
gonna kill her.
centimeter from her heart. Like, you have got to be so careful."
And he picks her up like the most delicate piece of china or eggshell or whatever.
Or a flower, maybe? A yellow
Yeah.
bell, maybe? Yeah,
And he carries her slowly to wherever
carefully.
Hojat wants her
Yep,
to take
yep.
him. And Slade's looking around and he kind of sees this shimmery thing
And
on
it
the
doesn't,
ground,
like
but somebody walks over it
yeah,
and then he can't find it again. So he's like, well, I
whatever,
better
yeah.
go find Orin to see what's going on. And guys, guess what he figures out?
Orin's not there!
Yes, that's exactly it.
And he flips out. So he immediately thinks that she got taken for the conflux. Like,
Mhm.
that's immediately he's like, "There's no other explanation for this. Either she went willingly without him, probably not likely, or she got taken."
And he whistles for Argo.
Argo.
And he's like, well, shit, he's probably not even around.
Because it's night, he's gonna be
It's night
hunting.
and he's hunting,
Yep,
but he shows up right away.
Argo knows.
And this chapter just, oh, my favorite part of this chapter though is Osric. I
Of
don't care.
course it is.
I have, you guys can have Slade. Okay. Much as I love Slade, and I do love Slade, I love Osric. Like little L Slade, big L Osric, not lose. Okay.
Lorcan or Osric.
Yes. Why choose?
The real reason you read those books.
No. Uh, O Osric.
You think so?
I think so.
Is it because he's shorter?
No, because 'cause I've read Goldfinch or parts of it.
Okay.
No, I think that Osric is just he's that guy that you want around, and he's just so he pays attention, but knows when to back off. He respects your boundaries and doesn't try and force himself on you, and doesn't he lets you make that decision yourself, whether it's with him, away from him,
Or
whatever decision
whatever.
you need to make.
Yeah.
He goes, "I hope that you will choose me, but if you don't" and you just have to love him for that.
Oh, tears.
And and he screams at her.
He does.
He
He
yells at
does.
her,
Yeah. Because
and
that is
he's
their
like,
love language.
"We haven't had our chance yet. No, you cannot be dead yet."
I am not an Ostrich stan the same way that you are. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like him.
Yeah,
I would put him in my top 10 book boyfriends for sure. I cried when I read this. Yeah.
it's
It's
not pretty crying either, guys. Let's
no,
just
it's sobbing, like reading the 13 again, crying.
yeah,
Yeah, this chapter was another roller coaster because we started out so high, right? We were like, "Oh my god, Slade trusts Riot. He's taking over. He's kind of stepping back a little bit. He'll bring out Rip when things get rowdy and they need to be settled
yeah,
down, but he's gonna trust everything to Riot." And then the end of this chapter, we're just like, "I don't even know who's still alive. I don't know what's
yeah.
happening."
What is going on?
Yes. So this book did start out slow, but it ends with a bang.
It does.
Not literally, but yeah, kind of literally. Anyway,
Definitely gets interesting.
now Slade is on a rampage.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Argo took off flying
Could it couldn't have been more than 30, 45
45
minutes
minutes. Yeah.
top. So, in theory, they should be able to catch up.
Well, Argo's the fastest timber wing around. Like, that's
Yeah.
part of why Slade has him. But, like, Riot tries to catch up to Slade, can't for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be not good because Slade is now on his revenge mode.
Yeah,
He is
he's on his revenge
killing
tour.
people now,
Yeah. Yeah. He's on his revenge tour for sure.
and no, he moved. Oren's point of view.
Poor lady cheat.
Ugh.
This
So Oren wakes up. We don't know how long she's been drugged.
yeah,
This could have been like a week, a month. I don't think it's been a month, but it could have been at least a few days because her throat's really dry. Her eyes are sandy, although she figures it out that that's because of the sand because
the
she's in
actual
the
sand,
second
yeah.
kingdom.
Yeah.
She's weak. She's been sedated this whole time. I feel like they literally just kept that cloth over her face the whole time so she couldn't fight back or argue. And it
If
was
it
just
wasn't
easier to control her.
if it wasn't that specific cloth, they figured out another way to drug her.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Everything is dull, like, her gold is sluggish, her
Mhm.
magic is dull, she's just it's like waking up hungover, right? Like, you just everything hurts, and you want to die. Yeah,
And they left her a fucking water skin
yeah.
and some flat bread. And I'm picturing, like, that bread that's like cracker that you can just break? Anyway, I'm picturing it's some kinda, like, just hardtack kind of bread,
Mm,
unsalted saltine cracker kinda thing.
I was picturing more like naan, I think.
Yeah, that would work,
Yeah,
but she doesn't know how long it's been sitting there.
doesn't know how long the water's been sitting there, she's just sluggish,
Yeah, but she's got a drink, so she does.
and
She figures where she is.
she's pissed.
Yeah, she's angry.
Yeah.
And then enter Queen Isolde.
So we talked about Queen Isolde way back in our like, one of our first
And yeah,
episodes.
in
Yeah.
one of our guild episodes, because we were discussing the different
Mhm.
rulers
Yep,
and what their magic was.
yep.
And she has we couldn't, for lack of a better word, it's pinching. We couldn't call it anything else because we didn't know what else to call it.
So, do you think I thought about this when I was rereading. Do you think her magic has to be focused, like, she can only pinch one person at a time?
I don't think so. I bet she could do more if she trained,
Ah, but she's
but
in
I
the
don't think
Second
she's never
Kingdom.
bothered to train.
Well, if she's in the Second Kingdom and they're full of religious zealots,
Yeah,
they probably don't think women need training, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
There's a lot of call out about how women are like third class citizens
this
in this
kingdom. Yeah,
kingdom.
yeah.
So
And
even
then
though
you
she's the high priestess.
yeah, the high priestess of pain and judgment, maybe.
Yeah.
But she's technically the first matron of the Gathering of Temperance is the official title.
Oh, okay. So first matron. She reminds me of the lady, if you've seen A Handmaid's Tale.
The Hulu one?
Yeah.
I've seen like, I haven't watched this latest season, but I've watched some of it, yeah.
She reminds me of the mother.
Yes, yes. To throw it even way back further, she kinda reminds me of the principal from Matilda.
Oh, yes. But so
Yeah,
we learn that this is, Queen Isolde comes in. We learn that she is the first matron of this sect of religious fanatics. They're zealots, guys.
yeah.
And they call Orin Lady Cheat.
Mhm.
And they don't allow her to use her magic because she doesn't deserve to because she stole it.
Right. Because that's the rumor that's going around is that she stole everyone's magic. Not everyone's, she stole Midas's magic.
She stole Midas's magic. So every time she tries to use it, Queen Isolde pinches her fingers together
And Orange just
and
crumples in pain.
she does something to her innards and they all just are in pain.
Pinched. They're all pinched.
Yeah.
Everything's pinched.
And I've pinched a nerve in my back and I don't think that I would want that body wide.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Well, it's not the worst, but it's terrible pain.
It's right up there. You were out for a while this last time.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So they
So
also
they
call her a fallen woman.
Yes, because she's a saddle.
That's what I was just gonna ask, if it was a reference to the saddlehood. Do they call the saddles rooms the tack rooms?
Go to your room. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, in the Second Kingdom, it wouldn't surprise me.
absolutely not. Because like, in the Sixth Kingdom, they were second-class citizens for sure,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
seems like they're even a step further down in this kingdom, the second one,
Oh, for
so,
sure.
so, yes. Orin is still trying to fight back, though, despite being pinched,
If she can't use her magic, she's gonna use her words.
and she
She is not afraid to use her words.
I credit that to Slade a
Yeah,
lot, like,
and Lou,
and Lou, and the
because
whole
she is
Wrath, honestly.
100% owning her shit.
Well, and she's channeling Lou, I think, a little bit too, like, what
Yeah.
would Lou do in this situation?
See, we need bracelets.
What would Lou do?
And they do a cleansing for her, which,
Ugh,
okay, first off, the bathtub sounds terrible, but it's hilarious to me that they wash her and clean her over her clothes.
Well, because they can't touch her skin.
Her skin is foul and they can't touch her skin. Now, the other matrons in this
Group.
sect, Queen Isolde has a pure white wimple, for lack of a better word. It's
Yeah.
what it is.
Robe. Yeah.
And the other women have streaks of gray, like strips of gray on theirs. And it turns out that those are for their sins.
So the more gray you have, the more sin you have, which is
Yes.
why Queen Isolde has 0 because she is the most pure, because she has risen above her sins or whatever the fuck she said.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But they they put Orin in a tub that is so small that she cannot actually lay in it.
Mhm.
She has to turn sideways. Guys, my leg would probably not fit in this tub.
Yeah, it kinda gave me, like, those old school wash basin vibes, you
Yes.
know? Yeah, like a baby can fit into it and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they cleanse her and Isolde, honestly, I just think she's a bully and she's using her religious status to bully people.
Yeah. That's 100% what she's doing.
She thinks that Orin is lower than low and continues to call her Lady Cheat and talks about how she's such a fallen woman because
Mhm.
how dare she embrace her sexuality?
She didn't say it like that.
I know she didn't. It's kind of like Orin says something about it,
Yeah.
and Orin's still trying to kind of get her gold to work,
Mhm.
but she can't really do anything right now just because she's one stressed out. I think
Yeah.
she keeps getting pinched, so it's not like a one time thing. It's almost a constant,
Yeah.
just based on the description.
Yeah. So
And
we're bleeding a little bit into chapter 1 now, right? Because chapter 61.
61, yes.
Yeah, chapter 61 is when Orin's actually being scrubbed. So they scrub over her clothes, and it
Yes.
kinda sounds like they are scrubbing her with, like, steel wool brushes
It does,
almost.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
it's
they make her change, and they burn her clothes or something?
yeah, they
Her
throw it into the
filthy wet
fire,
clothes.
and then they give her a robe or a wimple or whatever,
Yes,
um,
and they oil her feet,
for reasons. I don't remember why they oiled her feet.
and they're like, "We need to get you to the conflux," and Orin this whole time is like, "I did not say that I wanted to come to this conflux. Respectfully,
Fuck you.
unrespectfully, fuck off.
With all due respect, you can fuck all the way off.
I do
Yeah,
not wish to participate in this.
yeah,
I never said I wanted to."
and they don't care.
They
Just
Yeah, they just keep pushing her.
yep, and they, like so they get her dressed again, right?
Mhm.
And then they, like, surround her and, like, herd her towards the conflux,
Yes.
and this whole time, she's her gold is, like, leaking out of her. She's still trying to, like, control everything,
Yes.
but the drugs have made it so hard for her to control her power.
And her feet are burning, guys, because it's hot.
Well, and they put oil on her
Picture the
feet.
Sahara or, uh, what's that really hot desert over by California?
They always have hot summers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Death Valley? That's it.
sure. Yeah,
That's it. That's what I was
why not?
thinking of.
Yeah.
But she's walking in basically that, and they take her and they put her in a cage.
And that triggers her, as it should. We're not judging her being triggered for
Mm-mm.
being stuck in a cage, but she like, they put her in a cage and she instantly just gets really tense and is
Yeah.
like, "Nope, nope, nope, not
Now,
again. Nope,
sh
absolutely not."
she has been able to create a couple of, like, balls of gold,
Mhm.
and she's trying to hide them,
Yep.
and they fall when they put her in the cage, so she tries to hide them under her feet.
Mhm.
But then she kinda looks up because it's really loud here. She thought originally that it was just like
At her.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's the
Everyone's there.
whole everyone is there for it's
Everyone's
from
there.
Second Kingdom, and Second Kingdom is called Walmont Castle?
So, yeah, they're in Wembel Castle.
Walmont Castle.
Yeah, that one. And this gives me, like, Colosseum vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and the conflicts begins,
and seated in the front of Orin are all of the monarchs of Oria,
and they're all
mostly.
in
Order.
order. Yeah, start 1 to 6.
Yes.
Well, everyone who's there is in order.
Yes. So you've got 1, 2, 3,
4 is empty.
Blade, who is not there, 5, which is
Uh,
Hammond? Hagen.
Hagen.
And the first kingdom's king actually sent one of his little snakies to go chill with Hagen. and that snake bites him, and this is how Orin finds out what his power is. Well, we already knew.
Maybe you did. Maybe some of us need it spelled out.
He has basically a shield over his whole body.
Yeah, you
It's
can't penetrate
impenetrable,
his skin. Thank you. I've had one drink, and I don't think I could say that word.
and fun things that we find out in this chapter, Queen Isolde is fucking terrified of Rot.
Yep,
Terrified.
terrified. But we don't know that yet at this point,
Uh,
right? No.
Orin makes a lot of mentions about Second Kingdom being where everything started for her,
Mhm.
because this is where she started off
This
when
poor
she was
girl
sold into slavery.
is just triggered all over the place. She's in Second Kingdom again. She's in a cage again. Slade's not around again.
This is also where she gilded that whole town.
Oh,
Her
and
riddance
she
came out and she gilded that whole town.
like this
This is where everything started for her as far as her gold.
and and we'll get to it later, but it's gonna be where everything happens. So yeah, Orange is standing there just staring at everyone,
Mhm.
but she does manage to like smirk at everyone. She's not letting them know
That she's
how
terrified.
yeah, yeah,
Y'all, if she had anything in her system, she probably would have shit herself at this point. Because
probably.
it's scary right
And it's
there.
a lot of, like we said, PTSD coming up,
Yeah,
but she is at this point, she's like a cornered snake, right? Like, she doesn't want to hurt anybody, but she's gonna do what she has to stay alive.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we move to Slade's chapter.
Ugh, I hate I love that she did it. I hated it at the time. I was just like, "Are we what do you mean we're going back to
Well,
Slade?
there's so much going on at once that
There's
we gotta
so much
try
going
and
on." Yes.
so I'm imagining that a lot of this is going on at the same time as Orin being cleansed.
We know that at the next chapter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of overlap. So, whatever chapter we're on is Slade's POV and
Mhm.
62. That does come after 61, doesn't it? Chapter 62 is Slade's POV, and Slade is still on his revenge tour. He's also a Taylor Swift girly. Um, yeah, he's been flying nonstop 4 days on Argo, and they are like they started out trying to like track Manu
Mhm.
and everyone, but they were like had zigzagged so much and they couldn't find them that eventually like it they even
And
call
they
it out in this chapter. Like it's almost like they were trying to trick them so they couldn't find them.
and they got caught in a storm,
Yeah.
so it slowed them down a little.
Yeah. And Argo is tired. He's been going as hard as he can for days too. But
Mhm.
Argo also, he's an animal. He needs to rest. He needs to eat. He needs to go hunt. Like,
And
ideally, this trip would have been planned out where he could have switched out timber wings to be fresh timber wings.
and they have stopped a couple times just because they had to. They had no choice.
Yep.
So
The storm. Yeah.
they've barely
Letting people
eaten.
rest. Yep.
I think Slade trades his dagger for some fresh clothes and some water.
And berry, like dried nuts and fruit,
Yeah,
like easy
probably.
food. Yep. Slade is panicking.
Yeah,
This whole time he is panicking. He's trying to get back to Orin. But he's also letting his power kind of grow,
yeah,
right? And kind of just simmer, I guess. They're flying along. Things are going great, right?
yeah,
They come to Second Kingdom. No.
yes.
Yeah, Second
They're
Kingdom.
in Second Kingdom now, yeah.
They like the very edge of it,
Mhm.
right? And Argo dips below the clouds and then gets shot with a fucking bolt right
Through
through
his
the
wing.
wing, right through the wing. And so I don't know why I'm doing hand gestures. They go crashing down, and Argo tries to take the brunt of the fall.
Mhm.
Slade tries to stay out of his way so he can just like handle it, right? That's the best thing you can do is
And I
just
can't imagine that, dropping down into sand is
not pleasant. No. It is not. It's so not soft that Argo ends up breaking a leg. So he's got a bolt through his wing and a broken leg, and they are in a desert.
yeah, so no shade, no water,
No shelter, no
no shelter.
reinforcements.
There is nothing but Slade feeling helpless and Argo being,
Maimed.
well, mad.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't think I would be happy if I got shot.
He's in pain.
Yeah.
They do call out Slade's power a little bit here because the bolt that was shot is iron,
Mhm,
and iron can rot. And
mhm.
so Slade uses his power to get the bolt out without hurting Argo even more. But now Slade has this decision to make. Does he stay with Argo? Does he try to find help for Argo? Does he leave Argo?
And if he leaves Argo, that's just basically signing his death.
Right. But if he stays with Argo, that's signing Orin's death.
Yeah.
I mean, so Slade's got a real Sophie's Choice going on.
Yeah. And he is just, my dude is just one, he feels really guilty
He does.
about what happened to Orin and now about what's happened to Argo.
Yeah. Slade at this point is just feeling like he can't do anything right. Like you've had those
Yeah.
weeks where it's just like every time you turn around, something goes wrong.
Because 5 planets are in the
Retrograde.
microwave.
Yeah. Yeah. That is Slade right now, where he just feels like he cannot make the correct call. And
Mm,
they are impossible calls to make. I don't know what I would do in
I don't
Slade's
either.
shoes.
He's like a mile from a city.
Yeah.
But the question is somebody in the city who shot Argo, which, yeah,
Yeah.
probably,
It's probably the city guards.
is it gonna be safe for him to go into the city?
Right, probably not. And it's not gonna be safe to leave Argo for obvious reasons. I
Yeah,
mean, Argo, no shelter, no food, no water. But if someone he's only a mile away, so if someone did come and find Argo, Argo also can't defend himself.
yeah. I mean, he's got his beak,
But that's
but
no match
that's
against
not.
a gun.
Nope.
Yeah,
Or arrows
or
or
arrows.
whatever.
Yeah, I guess we don't really mention guns in this one, but still, like, this chapter ends with Slade just saying, "I'm sorry," and that broke my heart.
It did. It was so rough. He put all his feeling in it because he's in an impossible situation.
I do not know what I would do in Slade's like, it'd be really easy to be like, "Oh, I would just you gotta go for the woman you love." Remember but until you're in that situation granted, my dog is only 26 pounds, so if he did fall and break a leg, I could just carry him a mile. So it's a little bit different, but yeah, this book has been a lot about Slade's guilt and
How he
feelings. Yeah,
how he deals with them.
how he fucks up. He didn't fuck up, but
Are you
yeah,
ready for Orin?
I don't know. I'm still trying to get over Argo.
Argo's okay. I am fine with a lot of people dying in books and in movies,
Yeah,
but if you hurt or kill an animal, I understood John Wick, okay?
that's all you're gonna say?
I
Like,
understood John Wick.
the biggest problem I have with watching, like, Lord of the Rings is the battle horses and just watching them crash into each
Yes.
other, and I'm just like, that is just so I know they're trained for it, and I know they're built for it, and I know that they wear armor, but both sides do that. It's still gotta fucking hurt, and
Yeah.
it's anyway, chapter 63, because I could talk about this all day. Chapter 63 is Orin's POV, and, believe it or not, this is kind of the point in the book where everything goes up in flames, like, it has seemed so bad these last few chapters, but this is really, like, adding gasoline to the fire. Yeah, so we're back into the conflicts,
Yes.
and Manu's also hanging out with the royalty because he is Clea's
Hylas, brother slash
advisor or something.
advisor. Yeah. And his husband is there too. And he will not meet Orin's eyes.
Nope, he is avoiding them. Everyone is silent. The monarchs are all smug because they gotta call a conflux and they gotta
Mhm.
show the pores that they hold everyone to the same standards. Yeah, Orin does try to catch Manu's eye just to be like, "What the fuck, my guy?" And
Yeah.
yeah, Manu is just not having it.
And we also see Isolde and her husband's son is
Mhm.
there.
Yep.
He's 10 years old,
Yeah, he's
or
just
they
a
think
baby.
he's around 10 years old is
Yeah,
how they describe him. And she's just trying to figure out why he would even be there.
right. Why bring a kid to this? Yeah.
And so they start bringing her up on her charges,
The murder of King Midas, power theft, and don't they try to accuse her of
killing Prince Niven.
yeah,
The Second Kingdom's king, guys, I know his wife's name is Isolde. I can't remember his name to save my life.
Melmu?
You call him King Mustache, so
Yeah, I don't like him.
yep, I accept that. Chapter 63. Merowyn.
Yeah, I was close.
King Merowyn.
King Mermaid.
Sure. So King Merowyn lets Orin know that she is standing on a rune that one of his grandparents
Mhm.
created, one of his grandfathers created, that causes her power to just come out of her. So she's got gold kind of leaking. She thought at first that it was her doing it and that she was going to be able to control it and escape.
Nope.
Nope. It is just, it's coming out of her and it's starting to fill up the cage which is just bars, but it's not going any further than the bars because it's not going any further than the circle that the rune is drawn in.
Mhm. Yep. And so she's yeah.
And he says that she, like we already said, the charges against her are killing Midas, stealing Midas's power,
And killing
and
Prince Ivan.
killing Prince Niven. And she's like, no one saw that happen.
No one saw any of this happen.
And then they're like, Kyla, you were there.
You human tape
What
recorder.
what do you have to say about all this?
So they bring out Queen Kyla like a
Mhm.
show pony, just
Uh-huh.
trot her out, and they're just like, "Well, what happened?" And remember, Queen Kyla can hoard secrets,
Yes.
hoard whispers. She can also manipulate them.
And play them back
Yep,
like she's a fucking MP3 player.
she's a Mockingjay.
Wait, is MP3 player something people would know?
No, I know, I know. We're
I feel so
ancient.
old.
We're ancient.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Wait till they hear about LimeWire.
Don't do that to these poor people.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So yeah, they trot her out. She plays back the sounds from that night, the
ish.
voices she heard The voices she heard from that night, she plays them back. She's just very selective about the order that she plays them and which ones she actually plays.
And she actually manipulates more of it too because she brings back a conversation that Oren and Lou had
Way back before, like,
a
days
few days
before.
before.
Yeah.
And she changes out in the conversation with Lou. Oren says Slade,
Mhm.
but in
In the playback.
Kyla's playback, Oren says Ravenger. So she can actually edit and clip and,
Yep.
combine stuff, which is kind of bullshit.
It's another example, though, that we've talked about how quietly powerful this power can be.
Yeah.
It's not pinching people like
Mm-mm.
Queen yeah, but it can still hurt people,
Words?
obviously.
I mean, everybody jokes around about how gossip is not that big of deal,
It
but
is.
the news, I mean, we all fall prey to believing video
Well
clips and clips of stuff that
mhm.
is
Taken
taken
out of
completely out of
context.
context.
Look at TikTok, and anytime someone has an opinion,
Mhm,
everyone else has to jump on it and try to cancel them. Listen, I get holding people accountable for things, but,
mhm,
like, if they said that shit 5 years ago, they're probably not the same person they were.
yeah,
Like, I don't know, it whatever.
and
Anyway, okay.
after we've heard Kyla's recap of that evening, when they're trying to decide what to do with Orin, unfortunately for Orin, they notice that her gold is a little rotten.
And so now they think that she stole King Rot's power, so her defenses are just falling.
Well, there's no defense. She actually can't even she tries to explain to them that Midas never had the power. That was always her power. They
Mhm.
don't care.
They don't listen. Their minds are made up.
Yes, this
Yeah.
decision has already been made. Their minds are made up.
Mhm.
But seeing the rot in her gold, just that's the last nail in her coffin.
Crowd goes wild.
Yes,
Yeah. It's a political theater. It is.
it is.
Like, it's just yeah, so Oren's world is basically collapsing. She's this whole time too, she's looking for Slade.
Yes, and she just can't figure out why he's not here,
Yeah. Well, he's not in his seat. He's obviously like, yeah. I don't blame her either. I'd also be looking.
especially when they throw down that she's guilty and they're going to handle her judgment immediately. My
Uh,
god,
yeah.
the word judgment was stuck in my head, and her
Her
judgment is
punishment, yeah, death. Her punishment is
immediately.
death. Yep. Yeah, and so, yeah, this chapter ends with, like, all the guards surrounding her, right? With their
Yeah,
swords
the
pointing at
second
her.
the second kingdom
Yeah.
guards surrounding her with swords or spears,
Something
swords,
something
something pointy,
sharp
guys.
and pointy. But remember, so her cage, it's just a bunch of pillars,
Yes.
essentially, and so they're standing and they're stabbing her through each pillar. There's
Mhm.
no way for her to escape.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah. So that's how that chapter ends. We start chapter 64 at rock fucking bottom.
Mhm.
We're still in Oren's POV. She's trapped in a magic cage. She's condemned to death. Got swords pointing at her. Gold is pooling around her legs. She knows she's gonna die. And then
Da
Slade shows
da
up.
da.
Yep, Slade shows up. But like this whole time I'm reading this chapter, like my palms are sweaty and I'm like, what is gonna happen? She can't die. There's two more books in this series.
Yeah, and he doesn't just save her.
No.
She's already had these weapons have pierced her. He rots the weapons
Mhm.
so that they can't do any more damage.
Yep. Yeah.
And
From
it's
a
like
distance.
the
Yeah.
best feeling for her ever.
He is he's pissed.
He is.
He's pissed. He's scared even, I'll say, like,
He's just rotting
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
People, buildings, the ground.
So he's rotted while he was in the air, right? He rotted the
Mhm.
swords from the air so that she would, live. And then I pictured, this was not written, but I pictured he did like a dismount, tuck and roll thing from the air, because that would have been cool. And then like as he landed, each step then that he took going towards the monarchs, rot. Just
Yes,
rot. And like if this becomes an HBO show, that's gonna be a great scene.
it is.
Yeah.
And as he is getting close to the monarchs and Orin, cue the 10-year-old. Everybody's like, get him, get him, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it started.
Yeah.
And King Merowyn is talking to his son. His son pulls out string.
A ball of thread or a ball of yarn or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And he starts creating this thing, and it is like a dome,
Yeah, it creates it creates a golden dome over them.
2 domes, one over them and one reinforced over Orin.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
Slade cannot get to them. Slade cannot get to her
Yep. And he is
and freaking out.
yeah.
He's trying to shoot his rot over through it,
Mhm.
and
He that
it's impervious.
it bounces right off. He tries to brute force his way in, take a sword and start stabbing at
Yeah.
it. He's desperate, and he just keeps pouring his power into it, trying to break through.
Mhm. And Orin is slowly drowning, guys, because this gold is just filling up.
Mhm.
And it's somewhere around her chest at this point, and she knows she's gonna drown, and she tells him to find her.
Yeah, in another life to
Yeah.
find her because they're fated mates.
Are they?
Yes, let me have this.
I'll let you have it.
And then Slade is like, Orin tells Slade to find her, and she just says, "Find her." That's all.
Yeah.
And he freaks out even harder
Mhm,
because he knows what that means, that she's giving up.
mhm.
And then he tears another rip into the void.
On accident.
Yeah. He has never made a rip on purpose.
That's true.
Yeah. Out of all 2 that he's made. So the first rip he made, his father and his powers combined made the rip. And this time he is pouring his power into a powerful shield. One could argue that that's 2 powers again combining.
Mhm.
So Slade does have this raw power and he is very powerful, but I think he needs that extra
Oomph.
oomph. Yeah.
How did we do that? That was scary.
But I love that.
But he's like and it's near Orin, it's in her cage, and he's like,
Jump.
"Go."
You gotta jump. You gotta go.
And she's like, "What?" Because she realizes he can't get to her. He can't get to the rip, he can't go with her.
Yep, and she doesn't wanna go without him. She drags her feet. She can't go anywhere without him. Okay, I like their relationship. I do wish they were a little bit more independent. I wish she was a little bit more independent.
Do you think that's from your fated mates bond?
No one asked you,
Fair.
but she does. She eventually
She has
Slade
to because he's killing himself.
well, and he calls out that she's also fading,
Yeah.
so you gotta go. You gotta and then he does say, like, "I'll find you," or some romantic bullshit like that.
"I'll find you, Goldfinch. I swear to you. Now fly."
Yeah. That quote that I have in the notes.
Yeah, it's
That
right there.
exact
I read
one.
it
Yep,
just for you.
appreciate it. Um Yeah, but Slade is exhausted at this point.
Mhm,
He has poured all of his power into creating this rip, convincing Orin to go into the rip, and she does. This chapter ends with her jumping into the rip.
mhm. It's just it shows you how much he loves her that he created a rip in the world just to
Mhm.
save her.
Yeah. My boyfriend just makes me coffee every morning. All right, let's jump into the last quote unquote real chapter. Chapter 65 is Slade's POV, and he's holding open the rip to
He's
Anwin.
he's given her time.
Yeah, he's trying to hold it open as long as he can because he
Yeah.
doesn't know. He doesn't know that if he closes it too early, is she gonna get stuck in between?
Is it gonna tear her in half? What's gonna
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah, so he's just trying to keep it open as long as he can.
Yeah.
He watches her go, and then he eventually collapses. He's so drained that he can't stand,
No.
and he's still trying to keep it open.
Thank gosh for little brothers
Eh, let's not get
in
carried
this
away.
situation
Yeah.
because Riot shows up.
Riot shows up like Dean Winchester would, right? Like, just, "The fuck did you do? Let's go."
I mean, he almost gives Slade a heart attack, though.
Yeah, because Slade thinks that he's getting attacked.
Well, that and Riot's like, "I can't believe that I really wanted you to send her here.
I was
I was
wrong.
wrong."
Yeah. Slade's like, "God, I wish I had more energy. I would have reacted to that.
Yeah. And Riot helps him because Riot's like, "We gotta go, man."
We
Once
gotta
they figure
go."
out how to get that
Yeah.
stupid thread thing
Shield, yeah.
shield down, because during this time, they're
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
get the little boy to lower the shield because Slade's been threatening the shit out of them.
He's
He's
been
gonna kill every one of them, and he has told them that.
well, not only is he gonna kill them, he's gonna kill their villagers, he's gonna
Yeah,
kill their livelihood, he's gonna kill everything and
everything.
everyone that they love.
Their kingdoms are gonna be destroyed.
Yep.
He's gonna just destroy Aurea, and the little boy is not able to drop the shield because he's been pouring so much of himself into it that he passes out.
Yeah, he can't yeah.
And when he passes out, unfortunately, the shield doesn't lower,
Which is weird
which
to
is
me.
why the rip ended up getting created in the first place.
Yeah,
Although I wonder if the pressure from rot creating the rip is what caused him to pass out,
that could be. I
because
mean, it
that
could
was
be
a
a
lot.
a multitude of things, right? Like,
Yeah,
he's 10 years old, so his power it's early for him to get that power.
super early because
Yeah.
most of them don't get it until puberty.
Mhm. He probably hasn't had a lot of time to train with it,
Uh-uh.
right? So, he probably just a shit ton of power all at once was
Yeah.
expanded because he had to get the shield up in a hurry because his dad was yelling at him,
And so Riot gets Slade onto
not
the
Argo.
Timberwing. He
Yep.
does confirm that Argo is safe
Yes,
with a healer, with an
an
animal
animal.
mender,
Yep.
and he's like, "Let's get back to Fourth Kingdom," and Slade's like, "I'm not. No, absolutely not." And instead, they fly to Deadwell because he's gonna go through the Rip to get to Orin.
Correct. And so it's not a leisurely pace that they go
Mm-mm.
to Deadwell, right? But it's not the crazy pace that it was before either.
Yeah.
So, they hurry. Yeah.
I think Slade sleeps through most of this anyway. He's, like, unconscious.
Yeah. Yep. Riot has to strap him in so he doesn't fall off the timber wing. And then they land in Deadwell,
And it's really quiet.
but Slade doesn't notice that. He's just focused on the cave.
Yeah.
And he goes to the cave and nothing's there.
It's gone.
It's empty.
Is he in the right cave?
Yep. He thinks about that. He like backtracks and he's like, "Did I make a wrong turn?" Nope. It's the right cave. And then Riot comes up and he's like, everyone's gone. Everyone.
What the hell happened?
What the hell happened?"
And Slade can't create can well,
So why we don't record at night. He's still too depleted. It's only been a few days since
mhm.
that
But
first one.
so after discussing what we were discussing a minute ago, do you think Slade can open a rip by himself?
I don't know. I want to think that he can. You've read Goldfinch, so you would know more than I would. Or you read part of Goldfinch, I should say. Um, I at this point, we haven't seen him do it. I don't believe that he can.
I don't think he can. I think he needs that other
It's gotta be
power.
that clash of power. And
Yeah.
again, it's not that he's not powerful, and I don't know if it's the clash of the power or the combination of the power or
The
I
stars
don't
aligning just right.
I don't know the physics of it. I'm
Yeah.
not a ripologist. Just I think he needs that extra oomph, and
Yeah.
it might not even well, but if the kid was super powerful, maybe he needs a lot of power. Obviously, it needs a lot of power to create a rip, so it would have
Yes.
to be someone equally powerful, if or more powerful than Rip, which doesn't exist right now that we know of.
Especially if the little kid dies.
Yeah. Then what is he gonna do?
Yeah.
But we don't know this yet.
So now we're here. Slade's power's gone. Riot's like, "What the fuck happened to everybody here?
Yeah.
Where are they?" And Slade's just like, "I don't know. I don't know."
Slade saying that he doesn't know is equivalent to Riot saying, "I was wrong."
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen. I mean, we've talked earlier about how Slade is a great leader because he knows his limitations and, like, knows his expertise,
Yeah.
but it's different to, like even when he says he doesn't know, he's like, "I have a general idea of what's happening, and I could make an educated guess." But at this point, he's just n no one's ever made a rip before. No one's
Yeah.
ever made a second rip before. No one's ever had to keep a community and Deadwell Village alive. Like, this is all uncharted territory.
How creepy would it have been to I mean, other than the being frantic and wanting to get to the rip, from Riot's point of view, how creepy do you think it was to land in a village that was just completely silent?
Like, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you can always it's like walking into a room that's been broken into. Like, something's
Yeah.
wrong,
You've got
right?
that tickle,
Yeah. And I'm
that
sure
spidey
Riot did
sense.
too. Even though he's 100% human, I'm sure Riot also had that vibe,
Yeah.
especially being an army commander. Like, you don't get to be an army commander and survive without developing
That
some
sixth sense.
survival instincts. Yeah. Alright, are you ready to jump into the epilogue?
The epilogue is so exciting.
I love the epilogue. The epilogue is from my favorite person's POV. We are talking about Queen Melina.
Yay.
I just love her so much. She is s
She's
she
still in
is
her delusion.
she is clinging to this delusion of her Snow White fantasy, and, like, this chapter starts with the 3 creepy dudes, the twins and Pruin,
Mhm.
going up and being like, "It's time." And they take her to the edge
Of the Seventh Kingdom.
of the Seventh Kingdom, which is the edge of the world,
Mhm.
and they chant some weird things, and they draw some blood, and then a bridge shows up.
And she's talking in this about how hot it is.
Mhm.
And then all of the sudden, she's like, "I've never felt magic before, but I feel it. I never felt it with Midas," which, okay, we know why she never felt it with Midas. She still hasn't found that out. But she was like, "I've never felt it with Midas," and she starts to feel cold, but she's not uncomfortable. She's comfortable in it.
Mhm.
And she's leaning on what she thought was a pillar, but it's one of the pieces of the bridge.
Yeah. It's technically a pillar, but yeah,
I mean, it is, but
it's the bridge of Lemuria? Lemuria?
the Fey Bridge.
It's the one that's connecting Aurea to Anwin.
So it turns out that Fassa, Friano, and Pruin were not using her to recreate the Seventh Kingdom and bring it back to
Gasp!
all of its former glory.
Shock and intrigue
And awe?
and awe.
Wow.
But they did need Melina's royal blood to work
Yes.
this spell.
Yes. Because
Yeah,
the only way they were gonna be able to get the bridge was with someone with royal blood,
who had to give it
Orion
willingly.
blood,
Yep,
and give it willingly.
yep.
And then she hears marching.
Not a band, not a band. Not a band of merry soldiers. No, it is the Anwin army, the Fey army
Mhm.
coming back over. She has just invited and built the bridge for the Fey to come back into Aurea and take it over. What do you think she felt in that moment? I mean, that's what I would have felt for sure.
Absolutely what I would have said in that moment. I'm sure it was crippling fear, though.
Yeah, and, like, just that realization that you've been duped, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That
and that's yeah.
that's a hard pill to swallow.
It is when you're not Queen Melina. Imagine the pill size that Queen Melina would have to swallow.
She'd actually have to take responsibility first.
She still has not. So, the Fae are coming over, they're marching along the bridge,
Mhm.
whatever, and the twins are not super cute anymore. They're terrifying. They got razor teeth, pointy ears.
What, they're Fae?
They're
Just kidding.
Fae. That's crazy.
And Pruin is too, guys,
And
in
Pruin
case
is too.
you hadn't already caught that. Pruin is also.
Yep, and Melina turns to them and asks, "What did you do?" And they were like, "We didn't do shit, but the Fae are returning, and this time, Aurea will be ours."
Mhm.
And that's where the book ends.
Isn't that the best ending? Well, and then we get the poem for the 3 queens, the
We
first
do.
part of it, part 1,
Yep,
which honestly, guys, we haven't covered either of the
any of
poems
them.
yet,
Yeah,
but we will when we finish Goldfinch. We'll cover
okay.
both.
Alright. So what do you think is gonna happen? Like, obviously, we know that the Fae are coming.
The Fae are coming.
The Fae are coming. The Fae are coming.
It's not like the British, but I think that this is gonna be bad
I don't think it's gonna
for
be good.
Oria,
Yeah.
and clearly they've been planning this for a while if they already had people marching.
If they were already marching, they were just literally I bet they had people waiting at the bridge.
Yeah.
Do you think the twins were communicating with someone on the other side to be like, "Get them ready"?
Oh, I bet.
We don't know who, though.
No,
I
we
don't know
don't.
who. I don't know who.
No, we definitely don't. Not yet, but we will.
Does the what's his face show up in this chapter? Queen Melina's assassin that I can't think of?
Hood?
Yeah. Is he in
I
this
don't
chapter?
believe he showed up in this chapter.
I don't think he did
I mean,
either.
unless she just saw him in shadows.
Well, she very well could have and not realized that it was him.
Yeah. No, this is all about Queen Melina and her mistake.
That she'll never admit to.
And not only does she, they break all of their she realizes that she's not really wearing the fancy clothes that she
Ah,
thought she was wearing.
the glamour falls
The
off.
glamours all fall off.
Yeah. And so she looks around and she's like, "This castle is still crumbling and falling apart.
Mhm.
This royal bed that I thought I was sleeping in is actually, like, crooked and only has 3 legs and
Yeah,
is gross."
we're gonna find that out in the next book. It's gonna be great.
Yes. But until then, thank you so much for listening to Corks and Cauldron. Be sure to follow us at Corks and Cauldron on all your favorite socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please rate and review us.
My God, please. Pretty please.
Share
Pretty,
us with
pretty,
your
pretty, pretty please.
folksies. Tell the world. It's the best way to spread the word and help our podcast grow. Also, go and vote on the poll from our last episode.
I was right. I am right. I am right.
It was currently 50-50
Gee, I
yes and
wonder
no's.
who voted.
Thank you. But Corks Cauldron is a self-funded labor of love, and your support helps us keep the magic alive.
And our glass is full.
So join our Patreon community today at patreon.com/corksandcauldron and maybe even treat us to a bottle of wine.
If you have any book suggestions or drink suggestions that you want us to do or food
Yes.
suggestions, drop us a comment. Let us know. We're always down to
Shoot us an email.
mm-hmm. Yeah, we are down to chat. We're fun, we promise. Our episodes drop every Thursday, so we'll drop a new one next Thursday, and we are going to recap. Oh, it's going to be our
Yes.
next chapter.
Until then, eat
Drink.
and get lost in a good book.
Cheers.
Cheers.